I'll start with the battle real quick. Battle happened. I know we all seen the list, sit down and everything. Murda Mook versus Hitman Holla. It's a battle everybody was anticipating, or at least if you watch battle rap, you was anticipating you want to see these two go at it, and all of that. We can't play no sound, but that's what it looked like. Anyway, first round, I ain't gonna lie. Hitman Holla went first. It's 3 rounds. Hitman Holla went first, and it was good. Hitman had some lines in there, and when you hearing them, you like, oh, all right, Hitman coming with it. This is cool. Oh, well, that's a dope line right there. That's a dope line. And the metaphors is cool. But soon as Mook start rapping, that's when you realize the levels is different. And when you rapping against somebody like that, you can be dope, and then when they start rapping, it make your dopeness look cookie cutter. And that's what he did with this second bar. I didn't start writing down bars until Mook's first round, so my bad. When you listen to it, Hitman did have some bars in there, but none of them was really worth writing down, because when Mook started rapping, he went in, and one of the first things he said was, you lose a lot. 3 L's in a row. I hope later you learn a lesson. And then he, you lose a lot. 3 L's in a row. I hope later you lose a lesson. The next thing was like the reason, something he was like, someone that ran with like Ada, and then he was like, the reason that I made it this far is because I'm an elevator. Like an elevator. Oh my God, yo, he was killing. And then the next one, he was like, you the one that got your jewels swiped, right? I read the metadata. I read the metadata, pretender. And then he was like, swipe right, hold on, swipe right, metadata, pretender. Then he was on the birth you stuff, and he had a whole birthing scheme, and he was like, I birthed you. I can show you a picture of your placenta. He say, then he had with the whole birth scheme, and he was saying something about how he sent them to another league or whatever, and one of the main lines, he was like, and then a smack made you holler. It was just like, when you see him rapping like that.
That's a crazy double entendre to give, because I don't think nobody ever said nothing like that to Holla. I know y'all probably shocked, because like I'm more of the battle rap fan than Craig is, but I had a busy weekend. He sent me the link earlier to check it out, but I still ain't had time to, so that's why I ain't really got much to say on it. But that's a crazy, bar to give hit.
I'm probably butchering this, so you watch him perform it with the other lines that lead up to that. I'm giving the punchlines mostly, but one scheme though, he was like, money made you the man, but it didn't make you a man. You argue for 3 years, you argue with one man, so you look like a woman. You need to nip it in the bud, man, for you become a strand for the bud, man. And one line was kind of pause-worthy. He almost lost him. I'm going to give Mook almost lost him in the first round. He said, what'd he say? Lost, right, my bad. He lost it for a second. He said something about, I see why you tight, because you been on my dick. And the crowd was like, whoa, pause. And then, he had to keep it. He had to keep it rocking. And then the one line that everybody didn't give him credit for, that I think it should have gave him credit for in the first round, he was talking about like leaving him something to seat or whatever, and all of that in the car. And basically the punchline at the end was, so if he on his laptop, I pushed his monitor back. So his mind to the back, monitor back. Yeah, so I was like, and they didn't really.
That's one thing about Mook. No, I'm gonna tell you what it is about Mook, because Mook is a stretch word king, bro. Because mine to the back is not monitor, but he'd find a way to try to pronounce. I swear he enunciated a way where he'd try to make them words. He do that all the time. Sometimes I let him rock though. It depends on how it sounds.
And that must have been one where they know that, because I'm not as versatile. When I heard it, I'm like, oh no, I seen what he was doing. That was dope.
He do that a lot.
But I'm also, when I was writing it down, I'm like, monitor, mine to the. He gotta say it with that accent. So that's that.
He got the Eminem's talent to stretch some words out and make it sound like the same. But I let him rock. Sometimes he do it as fire though, and then other times it's like, all right, bro, your reach game is crazy.
Now Hitman came back with round 2. Hitman round 2 was dope. He was still talking status, but not a lot of bars, which is all he can do is kill him with the views. I'm more popular, more views, more views. Wow. Nah, because he barring you up. So I don't really want to hear that, but that's my take. A lot of people think views is valid. That's cool.
But it's the thing. But it's the thing though about Hitman. As the person who, like I said, I know I'm more into the battle rap thing. Hitman was never going to beat Mook with bars. So to understand what Hitman does well is all about the swag and the performance he's going to give. If he don't got like a bunch of remixes, like a bunch of fire moments in his performance, off bars alone, he was never going to beat Mook.
Yeah, and to your point, he probably knew that because when they get to the third round, he really used that, and he mentioned that in the first round. And he did something kind of dope when he was talking about his performance. He did mention, like, I ain't even going to do no performance. I ain't going to wear no jewelry or nothing. I'm going to just rap. So as you can see, he ain't wear no jewelry. And then at the end of his first bar, he did have a dope line, which I think pertained to that. He said, turn out the lights, and it was dark. And he said, see, my jewelry not even dancing. I still get performance of the night. Everybody went crazy. So it was pretty dope. I guess
that's what Hitman is. History, yeah, that's what Hitman is,
right.
Though. Yeah.
So, but then round 2, he came back. After the status, no bars, the liquor war or that liquor scheme was dope. He did a liquor scheme where he mentioned all the liquors and stuff. He was like, something you mentioned war, but you don't know a liquor war unless it's a liquor war. Then he was talking about something, and he said somebody's gang, and he was like, but let's put what I rep aside, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit Tequila, like that. Talking about to get the any Don, the Julio, or da-da. So he was really going with the liquor scheme. That was hard. He was scheming on that one. Yeah, no, that was Hitman.
That was it.
Because he was talking about him being an alcoholic.
For Hitman, that's crazy.
I said that was a fire scheme for the second round. I'm
just saying, I want to make sure that's crazy for Hitman.
And when you hear him do it, it's going to be better. But then I feel like he gave up because he did rap on one line about how everybody gonna say you won and da-da-da-da-da. And I didn't like that when you battle rapping, even if you know that. Oh, everybody gonna say you won because we know your fans are borderline biased like Mexico. That was trash to me. They borderline biased like Mexico.
Borderline by us.
You know what?
I get it.
That now I'm not as mad at it. I was really mad at it when I thought he was just talking about the border in Mexico.
No, that's why I had to pause. I'm like,
it skipped me.
It went over
borderline by us. Like Mexico. I like it better now. I take that back.
That's why when you first said it,
better
I heard it the way you said. I'm like, no, it's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, borderline by us. Like, okay, that's cool. But it's the thing though. For Hitman, they're not gonna give him that ear. People ain't gonna listen to Hitman to catch that because that's actually a nice bar though.
And the crowd reacted that way, but now I put that on the side of the laptop bar because that is, now that I get it, it's a dope bar. I ain't gonna hate on it. I take back what I said about that bar and my take on it. Quis gave me the explanation. That's a dope bar.
And they think I don't. Borderline they think I'm the one that missed all the bars. Yeah. I listen to battle rap.
I just heard borderline in Mexico, and I was like, what? And he even repeated it, and they didn't get it. But it's probably like you said, we didn't.
They
didn't
not listening to Hitman for that.
So my bad. Salute. And and then he was just like saying, "You always back to the view." He was always back to the views, but he ended it with like "You ain't sick as me, do it," and that was kind of dope to me. That little scheme when he was rhyming it. But that stanza. But Mook came back around too. What'd he say? Get for the he was on some Earth stuff or whatever, and he said you get parked for thinking you ran this, and he was doing a plan thing like same thing you were saying here, stretch a word like Uranus or whatever, the planet. And then he said, you ran this. And I wrote that down because I was like, I don't know if that's...
that's Mook, bro. That's Mook.
Oh, because he was going with the... that was the line. I think this line was like you get parked for thinking that you ran this. But that came after I put you on this blue earth and you took it for granted. Well, I put you on this blue marble and you took it for granted. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
That's fire. That was the fire punch in that one. And you was a mite. I was the microscope to see you. Then you became a beetle. That's because of John Lennon. How could you be appalled?
I don't know much about John Lennon, so.
But that's because of John Lennon. how could you be appalled like Paul McCartney,
Hold
the
on.
Beatles?
Hold
Because
on.
you was a mite and I was the microscope to see you. Then you became a Beatle, but that's because of John Lennon. That's because of John Lennon. How could you be appalled? That was a dope scheme to me.
That's pretty clever.
That was fire to me.
That's fine. I'm
That's
sorry, I
pretty
don't
clever.
know nothing about the Beatles. I
Yeah.
know who in the group, but like
It was a
I
John
have to
Lennon,
think
Paul
about that one
McCartney
because I know who John
If he
Lennon is. I
would've
know who
went-
Paul McCartney is. I know who the Beatles is.
If he
but-
would have went with a Ringo and I forget the other dude name.
No, I was trying to
Yeah.
think, was he trying to get a little slick bar off about John and Don, but I can't think of nothing John and Don had going on with Hitman, but I do know Mook name is John too.
Yeah.
So I think that's what
And
he's
that
probably doing.
comes
That's fire
in
though.
play later, and that's one of the things I didn't like about Mook either, but I'll get to that after round 3. And the last thing that he said that was dope, but he was talking about his brother and stuff, and he was saying, you better pray one vessel protect both of you before. You better pray one vessel protect both of you because the show go on. Hitman watch son die in the ring like Owen Hart because he was doing a whole scheme about his brother and everything. And that was like the punchline to that. And I like the blood pray that one vessel protects both of y'all. That's what it was. Blood pray that the vessel protect both of y'all because the show go on. You'll watch son die in the ring like Owen. Hitman will watch son die in the ring like Owen Hart. Because Hitman, Bret the Hitman Hart and Owen Hart and his brother and all
That's
of that
not his son.
But I think you know what I mean.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what we see. Mook be doing.
So if he would have said, bro, Hitman watch bro die in the ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes more sense. That's his little bro, but that's not his son. His son name is Stu. Unless he had something where he said something about a stew in there somewhere, then it would make more sense.
Nah, he didn't. He already said bro, but I'm pretty sure he said son.
I'm gonna check it out.
Because I was
had
listening
time
to that, because when I heard son, in my head, I was thinking, why wouldn't he use a different word like Hitman watch? Like, whatever. Because it was like, you got the Owen Hart, the Hitman, why wouldn't you just say bro? But whatever. Could have been in the heat of the moment. It's
You know
all
what he
live.
should have did? I would have made that a different type of double entendre and found some way to put like you Owen Hart, because it's been a couple different incidents with Hitman physically. I would have found some way to be like you in debt because you still Owen. I would have found the way how you a Hitman when you in debt for still Owen Hart. That's something I would have did, but I think he could have made that
would've
bar
been
better.
fire.
Yeah, I would have went
That
somewhere
would've
different
been
with that.
fire. And then Hitman came back around 3. This whole round 3 was he was trying to expose Mook. He was saying he brought out paperwork talking about him essaying some girl in college, talking about him getting kicked out of his apartment because somebody alleged what's the word I'm looking for? Accused him of saying that he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, do that to her or whatever and all of this. I don't know how true none of this stuff is. Pulled out all his paperwork because dude said that his apartment costs more.
Battle?
Yeah, dude, his apartment costs more, so he got this paperwork saying your rent is $950. That's where I drew.
Where he live?
That's where I drew.
Plug me, bro.
That's where I drew a little bit of pause with the paperwork because I'm like, I don't know if that's true.
Can't be true.
$950 rent in New York. I ain't
You
never
ain't gotta
heard of
sign that.
with the size.
You can't get a cardboard box in New York for no $900 a month.
So when he said that, I'm like, I don't know, Hitman, but whatever. If it's legit, it's legit. Whatever. He brought out paperwork. Talked about all of that, and there wasn't a lot of bars. It was way more paperwork and just rhyming about the paperwork. And to me, it wasn't hitting as hard. You be your own judge. But
I don't like paper. I mean, let me say this as the resident battle rap watcher. I'm getting about tired of the paperwork battles, bro. Every battle now, ever since they did it to Audie Boom a couple years ago, which that one was all right. Because he came out talking kind of spicy, and then he got exposed for being a snitch. You know what I'm saying? It's paper. They put my boy Big K put the paperwork in the battle, expose him. Then it became a trend where every battle somebody trying to expose somebody paperwork. Chill out, bro. Like, just rap, bro. If they did it, just put it in the rap. Like, y'all stopping the battles. The battle be getting held up.
Really?
Y'all passing the paperwork out to the crowd. Everybody got to look at it and read it. Bro, would you just rap, bro? Like, I be getting tired of the paperwork battles, bro.
Letter for letter websites for you to go to in the middle of the battle.
That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
I'm about to post this on my Instagram right now. Everybody go to my Instagram story and you can get the link to see what is we doing, fam? Just rap, yo.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I was
about
bugged
tired
with
of
that.
Yeah, that's getting annoying.
And then Mook started his round 3. The only part I didn't like is that you didn't have nothing to address this paperwork. Because I need you to dispel this because he just put it out there. You got to say something about it. And to me, to my recollection, he didn't say nothing about it besides, my name is John, not Jonathan. I don't know who Jonathan is because he had Jonathan something paperwork. And his name is just John something. So he like, Jonathan. I don't know who Jonathan is, blah, 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 blah. And his girl was right there. So
Jonathan's the
Mook girl was right there. So he kind of addressed her, how you let him move back. So I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know how true it was, but that's all he said about it. And then at the end, I think one of the only bars that that was noteworthy of me writing down, I still think Mook 3-0'd him. But from the round 3, Mook said something about building trap houses from the ground up, and that's from the cellars to the attic. And I was like, that's kind of dope.
That's fire.
I built trap houses from the ground up. I'm talking cellar to the attic. I was like, oh, that's
crazy. I like that one.
So that was the battle to me. That's my take. Mook 3-0'd them because it was just a different level of rapping. And when you hit a wordplay in the entendres, it's going to be, just different. And not saying that Hitman didn't have bars. It's just they not hitting as hard. It's like the Crawford-Canelo fight. Just not hitting as hard.